Much better on my ears. There we go. Kelly, it's so great to be with you again. Last time we talked, you had some pretty big news, didn't you?
Yeah, it was so nice. So it was an honor. It's an honor. It's so good to be here again, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to say thank you to me. I assume you're saying thank you to the community because the
Yeah.
community is really the one that made that happen. So let's start there because that's the surface. That's the surface. You getting that top badge. Now that you've had a weekend to sleep on it, does it still feel huge? Is it still something that it feels unbelievable, or is that already set in and feel normal?
I think cannot stop to. I cannot stop this feeling, right? Like the song,
Yeah.
because it's something that people share more interesting and come to my stream and say so good words and be there. So I
Yeah.
think it's more is higher the responsibility to have that, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that don't stop. It's amazing. It's completely amazing.
You said something too that I think is a great reminder. At times we can forget it. You said it's a responsibility. Many times, I think when we have these conversations about becoming a top badge, people just take it as the next step of them glorifying themselves or them being able to have more visibility. But with that visibility does come some responsibility. And you also have to be mindful of the things that you're doing and saying. But you do some great things on live. So we don't need to worry too much about that. I know that you're a talented performer for one. So you like to sing.
Yeah. I love to sing. Actually, when I want to sing when I was a kid, right? And
Mm.
I have a little trauma because when I went to sing for the first time, have a stage on my aunt was a party, and someone asked me to go to sing there, and my aunt took me to the bathroom, and I could not sing. And when I
No.
come back, was another girl singing my place, and she was singing the song that I will sing.
Whoa!
After that, I was so traumatized. I was 9, right?
Yeah.
And I stopped to sing until I have 30 years. I never sing
Whoa.
anymore. And some
Wait.
friends always ask me to go to the karaoke to sing, and they said, "You have amazing voice. Why you don't work with that?" And I have to treat this trauma of kid. And when I
Yeah.
start to stream, that when I could put out what I have hiding, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
streaming for me is really important because I could put out a lot of stuffs of my life.
yeah,
Definitely.
I'd like to break that down with you. But before we break that down, I'd like to remind you if you're just now joining, please hit the favorite button on Kelly. She's your newest top badge. On Friday, we announced her. We're just starting our conversation together. Kelly, being 9 years old, you got betrayed by your family. They did you dirty. That's rough. What was the explanation? We got to know. Was there an explanation? Did they ever give you one?
Yeah, no, they actually was not intentional, right? She asked me to go to the bathroom, and the guy was put the name of the kids that will sing that night. And when he calls me, I was not there. So
Oh.
it was just
Okay.
a
So
bad time.
there at least wasn't anything negative intended. It was okay. So we get it. We
Yeah,
get it. But
yeah.
the good news of that story is that you found some confidence through streaming to start singing again. So do you strictly sing on the app, or have you started singing when you go to karaoke and doing these other things now?
Yeah, I sing in friends party. I sing in my friend's wedding,
Hmm.
and start to sing a few stuffs like that. But was really a transition to do that. Right, it was
Yeah.
not easy for me, but I think the stream definitely helped me to be better. Right,
Yeah.
these
To have
stuff
that
in my life.
confidence.
Yeah.
And two, for anyone watching, I know number one, you've hit the favorite button on Kelly because she's our first guest on Suited Up every Wednesday, 9 p.m. But two, your story is such a great testimony to the positive aspects of what can come from going live, because I'm a firm believer that this place will be what you let it. And for you, you let it become a source of motivation and a source of confidence. And it's
Yeah.
so cool to see you take that off the platform and follow your dream. So do you think that you'd like to become a professional musician? Is that still, you got that dream tucked away somewhere still?
Yeah, people all the time say that to me, but I think I should be I don't know if it's a limited uh thought, but I think I should start earlier to do that, right? I don't see myself, I think, like in the big stages and all those stuffs, you know.
You
But
know,
who knows, right? Nothing is
Morgan
impossible in this
Freeman,
life.
Oprah, these are all people who started later in their career, and now we can't imagine a world without them. Steve Carell from The Office, and these are all just American, U.S. actors and performers. So it's never too late. The best time to start is yesterday. The next best time is now. You know, so you only have the time in front of you. So I encourage you to chase that dream. And I've got a dream that you get those favorites up, and that's by people hitting the favorite button on you right now, because you are that first guest on Suited Up. Okay, so Kelly, being you are a Brazilian streamer, correct?
Yeah.
So being
Yeah.
from Brazil, I'm sure you've now been exposed to many people from around the world. Have you had any surprises being an international streamer, or have you learned anything surprising while streaming?
I think like for to be from other country people, there's a lot of stuff that I was surprised about the vision that people have from Brazil, for example,
Mm.
right? And about the language too. A lot of people think that in Brazil we speak Spanish, for example,
You
and
speak Brazilian? No, it's
no, we speak
Portuguese, right?
Portuguese. Yeah,
Yeah. I've heard
exactly.
someone say that
And
before. They're like,
and
speak
people say,
Brazilian.
what language did you, why don't speak Spanish, and have all this conversation. But I think I can I, of course, have a lot of surprises, a lot of people that are share the good way to see, right? And we
Mhm.
share um good stuffs about change ideas, change cultures, and it's really really nice. And I
Yeah.
the only surprise that I didn't know that we'll have so much people coming and sharing love, and this is really really nice, like you said about responsibility that we have. Streaming is bring good and positive stuffs about we all humans, right? We are
Mhm.
one, right, in
Yeah.
the earth, and
Yeah.
respect is amazing.
Yeah, with something like this platform where anyone can access it who has a phone or an internet connection, I think it can become easy to become preoccupied or lost in our own day and forget that when we come live, the things that we say and the things that we do, they impact people everywhere. And we have to be mindful of that, because we can do that for the positive, we can do that for the negative.
Yeah.
But I know something huge that happened in a positive way for you. You touched on it on the rundown. We can get a little into it, whatever you're comfortable with. But I know that you have met a lot of people on here, but you met a special person on here as well. Is that true?
Yes, yes,
Ye-
I met my love. Oh my God, it's so nice because I can tell you, Chris, that today is a modern world, right?
yeah.
And we deal with a lot of stuffs all the time. People are in online. You don't know who you can trust, who is really truly, right? People
That's right.
hide themselves behind a screen. And when you find someone that you can share your life, you can share your plans, you can share love, this is really difficult to see, right? It's
Mhm.
not, it's of course, there's a lot of ways you know someone, but when you come to a stream and you can and you find someone that really match to you, it's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we've talked in general a little bit here, but we're all here. I will say I'm a sucker. At least I'm a sucker for a good love story, right? And my mom and my grandma
Okay.
watch this, and they are too. So for just us three, right?
Right.
How long has this been going on? How did it start?
When I entered on the Meet Me, I met some people here, and they said, "Why don't you come to some streams that have face to face and all those stuff, so people know each other?" And I have a friend that he was a DJ, and he will be on West stream. And
Hmm.
I entered there, but I didn't know that was like I didn't know him, right? And I went there and I just see a little bit and I went out. And another day, I see him in someone's stream that was talking about animals, that I love animals, he loves animals too.
Sure. Yeah.
And that picked up my attention and I said, "Oh, this is nice." And I saw the way that he was speaking with the about on the stream. And after that, I see him in some other streams. And I remember that I have a friend that knows him here on the
Hmm.
app, and she says he was a nice person and all those stuffs. And I went to his stream, and I battled him, and he said, "Wow, how are you?" He likes to know people, and he asked to battle. And oh, you're so nice. Can I and we talk a little bit, and we matched there, but was
Sure.
nothing,
Sure.
right? And he says, "Can I say something to you?" And I said, "Oh, okay, here we go
Uh
again.
huh.
You're gonna say something. Oh, Brazilian, so that and that." And I said, "Okay, you can say." And he says, "You have a beautiful smile."
They're coming smooth with it. Take
Yeah.
notes, gentlemen. Take notes.
And I said, "Oh, this is nice. Okay, you're doing well." And I said, "Oh, thank you so much." And yes, oh, I would like to talk to you, battle you more times. I'm going to your stream, and we start to be on the stream and another stream. And I make an auction, and he came to my auction, and he participated there, and it was really nice. And we start there. And
Yeah.
after that, we been a long way, 1 year and a half together.
1 year and a half. Wow, congratulations to you both. The internet can be many things, and in this case, it's a matchmaker. So congratulations to you both. Being, I'm assuming distant. There's a lot of distance between you two. Have you two been able to meet? And before you answer, please hit the favorite button on Kelly because she's our first guest this evening on Suited Up. It's an interview style show where you get to know your favorite streamer more, even if it's your first time seeing them. We still have two more guests. We have Nate the Great and Aisha later on the show, as well as some gift vault information. Don't forget about that. All right, so Kelly, tell us, have you two been able to meet in real life?
Yeah, we have made plans already. Like I have my kids here. He have the dogs and the cats and the job. We are trying to match that. This year I couldn't go because of some visa stuffs, and
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't go because of the his work. But we planning to see each other until the next carnival here, so we'll be better to come. And
Wow.
yeah.
So it'll by carnival, that'll be basically about 2 years, right?
No, it's February. Oh yeah, we're gonna make 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be about
yeah,
2 years. And that'll be your first time meeting in person.
in person. But I met his
Wow.
family. He met my family on video.
A
We are
video?
like,
Wow.
yeah,
That is look, if you need a sign, this is your sign. They if they want to, they will, okay? If they want to, they will. Don't fight against the current. This is a clear demonstration of long distance love happening. Drop that L bomb there.
yeah.
But that's so huge for you.
Yeah, and it's good because we made a construction about that, right?
Yeah.
So already know everything. We don't have a doubt anymore about what we really want for us.
Well, if this is any help, you are another. I know another couple that was on 90 Day Fiance, based off of being here. Matthew and Anna, who met here. She was from Brazil. Matthew's here. He's in the States, and they got together. She lives in the States now, and they're married. So I know it's possible because I've seen it happen. It's huge. So I
Yeah.
wish you both the best of luck, and
Thank
hopefully are
you.
able to follow a similar path.
Yeah.
That's huge.
We
Yeah,
just have a fight, like he's gonna live in Brazil or I'm going to United States, right?
that's
It's just
a
a fight that we have. Just
just a
a
small thing,
discussion.
right?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's just a
Yeah,
small
yeah,
the geographic location for the rest of your life. It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine. Okay, so Kelly, there's a lot of things we can burn through. In fact, we used a lot of time here, but I want to make sure, is there anything else that we haven't touched on? If we didn't talk about, you'd feel like we left out?
About the myself, I think is I
Yeah.
think yeah, I'm a person that I really enjoy to share good vibes, right?
Mhm.
Positive vibes. I really I already outside the app, I'm a holistic therapist too. So I like to see the energy of people,
Yeah.
and this is so important to me to bring a good stuff, good energy to people. I think this is amazing, and we have this power to bring to show the people that they can be more than they are, right?
Mhm.
And good energy is the principle to do that, right? When
Sure.
people are down and passing to problems, everybody pass through that, and we can help other people. So this is a responsibility, I think, is in stream. I can do that too, right? I can share my what I know with bringing some good stuffs to people, I think.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely agree. This place will be what you let it, and we determine the group that we surround ourselves with. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that you would like to be like, because if you want to know who you are, show me your friends. So that's a great, I think, note to leave this on. So if you want to be around great people, make sure that you're hitting the favorite button on Kelly. She's right there. She's in the box. We've got to hear the update in February around Carnival. All right. So we'll catch up. We'll catch up later and find out what happens. Kelly, thank you so much for being here, and good luck to
Oh,
everything to come.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. Thank you again to be here. And
Cheers.
I really happy with that. Thank you. It's an amazing moment for me, amazing moment to share that all this energy. It's good
Yeah.
energy, right?
Yeah.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll catch you the next time. Please do hit the favorite button on Kelly. She was our first guest on Suit Up. Give it up. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers. That was Kelly. She's our first guest here on Suited Up every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to know your favorite streamer a bit more, even if it's your first time seeing them. My name's Chris. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate your time. Our next guest is Nate the Great. He's an entrepreneur, self-made success story. We're going to dig further into that so that we can learn how he overcame the obstacles that were in his way. And last up, we have Aisha, who's a featured show host and all-around great person. You can hear how she stays consistent and keeps herself in the game, because this is a game that we've got to constantly stay fresh at, right? It's streaming, it's competitive, so stick around for that one. Also, I'd like to say thank you, Nate, if you could please request the box, by the way. I'd like to say thank you to you watching right now. There's anything and everything that you could be doing right now, but you're choosing to spend your time to get to know these fantastic people a bit more. I'd also like to say thank you to these 10 people, to Borat, to Tanya, Nelly, Aladdin, Queen B, Arya, Aisha, question mark. That's the actual name. Question mark. Sarah Sings, Culinary, and Universe LR1111. Thank you so much for your generosity and helping to support the show. Also, today we will be talking about the gift vault a little more in depth. We'll do that after this segment. So before we talk with Aisha, but first, we got to talk to someone pretty great. He goes by Nate, and he's in the box. Please welcome him to the show, Nate the Great. Hello, my friend. How you feeling?
Hey, Chris. Nice to finally meet you. How
It's
you
nice
doing?
to see you. Yeah, yeah. You're looking dapper. Appreciate the suit
Appreciate it.
up.
Thank you, man. I had to, look like for the part for sure.
Yeah, we have a little clause in the show form, I know, but you still would be up to the task either way. I know that. So
Thank you.
Nate,
I'm
you
sorry.
are great, and you are great for many reasons. And you have an interesting story, one that comes from having to hit the hard rock. Was rock bottom a fair term to use?
I like to call it the breaking point, but yeah,
Break.
the breaking point, rock bottom, whatever you want to call it. That's
Sure.
that sweet spot. That's where you.
That's a sweet spot.
That's where you elevate.
Okay. Well, let's start there. So, if for those joining, this is the beginning of Nate the Great's story. So don't go anywhere because it really is a huge turnaround. And you'll never believe what he was able to achieve. So Nate, let's get the context. Who were you? And I understand this goes back to high school. So who were you in high school?
Yeah, man. So I was the typical kid. So I wanted to be cool. I just wanted to be popular. I was a football player, wrestler, all my life. So sports was the big thing, leadership, but it taught me a lot of good things. I just always kind of knew school wasn't for me. I don't know if anybody else has felt that way. It's great, if you want to be a doctor, engineer, something like that. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to go out and do it. Listen to the people that have done it. It's pretty easy, freaking easy. You just copy, So in school, I just got in a lot of trouble, drank, did all those things, had fun. And then as soon as I graduated, I went to Kennesaw State to play football. And that's where it happened. So I tore every ligament in my knee. And before the game. So it was terrible. And I was just like, you know what? I'm out. So I left. I remember driving home, calling my mom. I'm doing real estate. That was
before we jump into the real estate part. I'm all about the context because I think in order to understand where someone's at, you have to know a bit of where they've been too. How much of your identity in person do you feel like was wrapped up in? You said you were that popular kid who was doing football. You were doing the parties. Do you look back at that person and recognize that person?
No, not at all. But I don't regret it because I had to go through those trials specifically to get to where I'm at, So I don't regret it. But looking back at it, it was an unevolved 17-year-old doing stupid things.
Well, it set the stage, like you said. It set the stage for where you're at now. You said you drove home, you called your mom, you said, I'm doing real estate. Why, out of all the things that you could pick, did you pick real estate?
I was 10 years old, and I remember coming up to my mom, and she's always on the phone, cooking, not really doing anything in my head. My dad's waking up at 7 a.m., coming back at 7. And I'm like, Mom, how are you making so much more money than him? You don't even do anything. And she just goes,
wait, no, hold on. You can't, that's the most backhanded compliment I've ever heard.
It wasn't a compliment at the time. I was 10 years old. So I was like, I really thought she wasn't doing anything. And she goes, son, learn to use your head to make money, not your hands. And that stuck with me. So my whole high school, my senior high school quote was, formal education will get you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. They actually tried to get it out of there, but I fought that. I wasn't gonna let that happen. I love school, but that's kind of who I was. I was a rebel. I was not doing the best things, but I learned from them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the most important things. You learn from those lessons.
For sure. So this ultimately snowballs. So you make these choices, things happened, you leave school, you decide you're going to go into real estate. Do you actually stick with it though? Because that's the $1 million question, or maybe $10 million question.
So it's been about 8 years, I'd say. Mm-hmm. 4 years as an agent. I went to Mark Spain. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're in the South. Did that. Grinding my teeth off, and then I saw an ad said, acquisition manager or whatever, real estate investor. So I did it. Didn't think I was going to get it, and I've been there now for 7 years. So
Sure.
I'm seeing acquisition and partnered up with them. And it snowballed quick. I'll tell you that. I was not confident yet when I was at Mark Spain, but I was just like, I have to make this work. I don't have a choice. So it was either make it or be a janitor, you know what I mean? Or like a gym coach. Like, I don't know what else I was going to do. So, but I did know I love sales and influence people and helping people. So I thought real estate was the way to go.
Okay.
Not to be,
And so, yeah, so just to make sure that we're getting to the quote unquote like a punchline here, or like the
Yeah.
payoff of the story. So it ultimately accumulates into what for you? What did this opportunity, the acquisition opportunity, ultimately turn into for you?
yeah. So got in their first year and it was like nothing, you know, it was incredible. I've been able to do, you know, quite a bit of revenue for them, and I have financial freedom, time freedom. I don't really care about money or materialistic stuff, but I do care about doing whatever I want, you know, and being there
Sure.
for my future family. I don't want them to worry about that. So that's the main reason. You know, I was like, I'm going to take money out of the equation because that was something immigrant family we had to live with. So that's kind of why.
Yeah, ultimately, what is this building towards? What is the goal or the aspiration? It sounds like you probably have many set, but we call it a BHAG. So what's the big, hairy, audacious goal? What's the big pie in the sky for you?
Yeah, real estate's really not, I guess I would say, my true passion. You know, it's the vehicle to get me to financial freedom, but really, like, I'm starting a YouTube channel, help other people that are, you know, have had the same issues that I did growing up with drugs and alcohol and all the things that society is normal, you know. Appreciate you guys. But no, yeah, that's my main goal. Like with the YouTube channel, I want to just help as many people as possible now. That's kind of why I joined this app. I wanted to find genuine good people that I could support, but then I tried streaming and I was like, wow, this is even better. Able to touch more people, talk to more people, connect. I'd say some of my best friends now I've met off that.
Yeah. And real quick too, before we go any further with the story, if you have not, make sure you're hitting the favorite button on Nate the Great. He's our second guest here on Suited Up. It's an interview and talk style show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We still have Aisha up on deck, and we're going to talk about Gift Vault, so don't go anywhere. Nate, the story that you've had is a great one because, no pun intended, because you did fulfill the things that were important to you, and you've now got the dotted line towards what you want to be doing with your content creation with YouTube. But let's get off the platform, or I'm sorry, let's get off of quite the professional stuff, because I know that you stay disciplined in other ways, one through MMA, which is huge. So tell us, where did MMA start for you?
So I've always been competitive, like I told you, wrestling all my life, football. I just used to watch it all the time. And I was like, after I tore my knee, got it healed up, can't play football anymore. I'm not going to the NFL. So I decided to start kickboxing. I did that for 7 years. And then I transitioned to MMA 2 years ago. And it's been awesome.
Yeah. What discipline? You kickboxing? That's your
kickboxing.
Main?
I've done bodybuilding as well.
Okay.
Until my coach was like, yeah, to get to the pro level, you got to do, you know, illegal stuff. So yeah, I quit that. And I was like, I need something else. I need to be doing something competitive. So that MMA was a good idea. So I got beat up quite a bit and then started to get better. And I had my first amateur fight in March.
Cool. How are you feeling about it? What's your mindset towards this fight?
I'm laser focused. You know, we started training like 3 days ago. I kind of was like, should I do it or should I not? But I'm like, why not? One time, you know. Guy's 5'7", so.
what? I guess what weight class? What discipline?
205. MMA. So mixed. It's elbows, knees. We can't do takedowns, wrestling.
You can't do any of that.
You can, yeah. It's MMA.
Oh, you can. Okay, I'd say that falls underneath it. So your wrestling experience would pay off, but I didn't know if your wrestling had had
My
turned into
kickboxing is gonna,
jujitsu or Muay
yeah,
Thai or Taekwondo or things like
kickboxing is my main.
that. Sure,
So I did that
kickboxing.
for 7 years in wrestling, and then
Okay.
jiu-jitsu for 2 years. So I'm still learning. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Getting back kick was wild.
um,
That's how wrestling
there,
too.
there's something about seeing it on TV. I think I don't know if it just activates more masculine people like a sleeper agent to be like, I want to do that. Even me when I was like 13, I was like, I think that'd be cool. And then you remember you got to get punched in the face. And getting punched in the face really isn't for everybody. So
I don't like
more
to get
power
punched.
to you for wanting to.
Yeah, I get out of the way.
Okay.
I use my range. I try.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an inevitability
Yeah.
that happens. So I wish you the best. Can people see it? Is it going to be broadcast anywhere?
Yeah, you can see
Recorded?
it. Yeah, it's gonna be recorded. You guys can watch me beat some. Yeah.
So it'll be accessible on like YouTube or.
It's gonna be on my YouTube. Yeah. Because it's an amateur fight, so it's not gonna be like on ESPN or anything. But
of course, yeah. Wouldn't expect that, but.
There's people that are recording for my team, so I'll have like film.
That's cool.
Well, I don't know where I'll share it, but yeah, YouTube. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled and wish you the best for it. So Nate, I'm keeping an eye on the clock, making sure that we get everything in. We've talked about entrepreneurship. We've talked about some of your story, what your aspirations are with mixed martial arts. Is there anything else that you feel like if we didn't talk about would have been left out, or that you'd wish that we had gotten to?
Last thing would be just like I would agree with Kelly. Like the last thing she said is just being like the light, in the dark. Like if you're going through hard times, like just be the better person, be the good person. Energy speaks, and your thoughts can create anything. I was literally dying at one point, so I'm a true testament to that. Like if you can change your paradigm, your mindset, you can achieve whatever you want. Just pick it.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. Pick it and go for it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that that the ability to do that is a luxury based off of the environment around you. And so for anyone who finds themselves in this situation, I hope that you are able to find the right environment to be able to do that. And it sounds like for you that you were able to, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, it was me, myself. It's got to be you at the end of the day with this. I feel like anybody could tell me to stop or get better or why it's bad, but you got to hit the bottom, that breaking point. And then eventually you're going to be the one that makes the changes. Like, it doesn't matter who you're around. I'll still find a way to do it when I was doing it, But when you really give it up, that's it. You need to be alone for a little bit. And then,
Sure.
and then surround yourself with family and friends and slowly. But you got to know what you want. I feel like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, maybe we'll agree to disagree. I think it's a lot of environment and what you have around you as a resource to do it. And whatever the case may be, the important part is for your story, it's led you on the path of getting you to things like mixed martial arts and working in real estate, and now making this content creation and doing it on YouTube, which is really a great end consequence to this story. So that's huge, Nate.
Try to get the biggest audience, and I love streaming as well. So I never thought I was going to do it, but it's been awesome. I met a lot of cool people.
Yeah. Well, Nate, again, if you have not, make sure you're hitting the favorite button on him, because he is our second guest this evening on Suited Up. He's doing great things. If people want to stay up to date and find out more about your fights or learn more about your business that you're growing, how should they keep in contact? On your streams, I'm guessing?
Yeah, on my streams, Instagram, whatever, anywhere. Yeah, Instagram and streams would be the best.
Okay, right on. Well, we'll make sure that you're hitting the favorite button on him. He is our second guest this evening. Nate, thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll have to catch up in a couple months too after you have your fight, find out how things went.
Hey, we'll see, man. Pray for me. No, I'm just playing.
Excellent.
But I appreciate you having me on. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers.
All right.
Thank you for being here, Nate. Hit the favorite button on him. He's Nate the Great. Appreciate you being on the show, my friend.
All right. Thanks, man.
Cheers. My name's Chris. Welcome to Suit Up. This show happens every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's where you can learn more about your favorite streamer, even if you haven't seen them yet. We've had on the show already Kelly, all the way from Rio, and Nate the Great, still up as Aisha, featured show host, and all around awesome person. I think I told you that earlier. But before we talk with Aisha, I'm going to give you a couple updates about Gift Vault. And I don't want to put him on the spot. But Zach, if you were to send me a box request right now, I'd accept it because you are one of the prime people to talk with when it comes to gift. Oh, do it. Go ahead. Request the box, my friend. So Zach, for those of you who don't know, Zach and I have worked together for many years. He's taken a turn. He used to be on the content team. Now he works on other product features. Zach, look at him. Welcome to the show, Zach.
Testing.
Whoa, you've even got a little microphone?
I got a mic. Last time I did the rundown, I heard it in the Instagram post. And I was like, man, I sound so echoey. Right there.
And now you've got the mic. That's
Now I
so
got a
cool. Yeah. Zach, you're already dressed so nicely too. It's
Yeah, no, I'm doing the No Shave November. Are you doing the same thing?
Look, we're not gonna get into that. This is what I got, okay? And I'm fine and
just
secure.
say, yeah, you're doing it. We're doing it together. All right.
I've only been doing it since like the 9th or the 10th. So
It looks great. Chef's kiss.
thank you. Okay, so Zach, before we talk more about No Shave November, today has been a huge day because we launched a highly anticipated feature,
Yes.
Gift Vault.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of confusion around it. So I'm assuming I'm here to maybe squash that confusion.
Yeah, we can talk together about it. So the Gift Vault, what is it? What's the whole idea behind it?
Yeah, so just like us admins, we know that viewers, streamers, guests, we become attached to specific gifts.
Mhm.
Like I really like the party hat, you really like the goose, and it really pains us when we go to send that gift and it's no longer on the gift menu.
Mhm.
And truth is, we know, we understand. We don't want to take your favorite gifts. We try our best not to take your favorite gifts, but
Yeah.
sometimes it has to happen because we have to rotate out. We have new gifts every single week. So to combat that, sorry, my screen keeps dimming, which I'm going to fix, by the way. So to combat that, we decided, well, let's have a place where you can unlock gifts and you can have them forever. And what we could do is we could take some retro gifts that we brought out years ago, gifts that you loved and you want to keep forever, and you can unlock them by completing challenges, collecting a key from the challenge. Usually it's in a form of a chest. You complete a challenge, you get a chest, you drop a key, you unlock that key, and then you have that gift in the gift vault. You could send it whenever, forever, you have it.
Yeah. So just to clarify too, in case you're wondering, so yes, the answer is gifts are now collectible. You unlock them through mystery chests that are specified through challenges. So gifts that can be unlocked in the gift vault are only available for a limited time. So if you've got a gift that you want to collect, or you're a completionist and you want to have bragging rights to say you have the entire inventory of past gifts, there will be limited time gifts that will only ever be available this way. It is a huge FOMO activity. We know that, fear of missing out. Zach, this is only version 1 too. Version 1 TOO, I should say.
Yeah, we are in our infant stages. It is not even 24 hours old. It's Wednesday, right? It's still Wednesday. Yeah. It was launched at 9:00 this morning. Like it's brand spanking new. So if you're here listening to me, get on that challenge. Send one jet. Don't send it to me. Don't send it to Chris. We're just gonna recycle it somewhere. But yeah, I mean, unlock it. Get those chests. Pray that you have some good luck. Not like me. And yeah, you can get a key. Unlock it. And you have it forever.
So that's some news on that. There was also another feature that we dropped today, something that I know that you're very close to, which is battle streaks.
Yeah, we actually dropped that on Monday.
On Monday. It was on Monday.
Yeah, it was on Monday. And yes, first of many battle improvements. So we brought out the auto toggle rematch about a month or two ago. We seemed to like that a lot. So we said, you know what? I'm going to be like Oprah. You get another one. So we threw out another one. And that was Battle Streaks. Now stay tuned because everything's built. And I'm going to be integrating a few more things for you guys. We don't want to give it to you all right now. But in the
I may
future,
have
maybe
spoiled them on
that's
the
okay.
rundown.
I mean, a lot of people know what it is.
I won't
already.
repeat it. I won't repeat them, but I did
A lot of
spoil
people
them
know what
already.
it is. We've given the scoop to a lot of people, but you know, there's a lot of things in the future. You know, snipes maybe, streak busters, maybe even a leaderboard that shows top streaks, longest streaks, how many snipes, how many streak busters. You know, there's even bigger things than that in the future. Very, very big things that are really exciting.
Yeah.
But
I've been on record saying many times that we do not announce anything that we have in the works until we're confident that it's ready to release, because we don't want to set up disappointment. But we could honestly yap about a lot of major things happening, and it would be we could and it would just we're excited. That's the only thing that I could say is we are very excited for some things that are happening, because I guess I can give a spoiler alert too. I've been, you may have noticed, I've shifted a bit away from doing some show activities. I've been working a lot on the product side as well, on different features and future things that are coming to the platform. And I've been working with that guy Zach as well as other people behind the scenes, which has been really exciting to be able to take your feedback. By the way, speaking of feedback, people should go to your story and request the gifts that they would like to see be appearances in the gift vault.
Yes. And the reason for that is because I check each and every answer. And if perhaps there's a consensus that we really like this gift, maybe that could be the next one for Gift Vault. So be sure to vote.
Definitely. Well, Zach, I don't want to take up all of your night. I know that your time's valuable, but is there anything else you'd like to remind those watching about Gift Vault or Battle Streaks?
You know, if you have ideas, please, you know, drop by my DM, send me a DM. If you experience a bug, a crash, anything, you know, give me a holler. I'll see what I could do. We'll get things fixed up. Like this dimming right now, I keep my screen keeps dimming. I figured out the issue, and I'm gonna try and solve that tomorrow. So,
and it's kind of funny that you bring this up too, because you're inadvertently reminding me that something we've taken to heart and to note is delivering the news of how these updates happen. In the past months, I personally have been working closer with Zach and other people on different product teams to have a more holistic. When I say holistic, it just means that we all are in communication better together to know when features are deploying and what's coming out. Which better serves us to be able to get you the messaging, hey, this has come out, or this is a new thing that's happened. And that's exciting too. So now more than ever, it's important that you watch the rundown. You can also stop by this show to catch some longer conversations about it. But Zach, thank you so much for catching us up, talking about the Battle Streaks, talking about Gift Vault.
of course.
Really excited about the future of what Gift Vault and especially what we have in store for battles. Zach, would you say that 2025, I don't want to spoil anything, but would you say it's fair to say that 2025 is a major year for versus and battle updates?
We are going to reinvent the wheel in a good way. In a good
and
way.
we don't hype. We're not hype. We're not a hype beast show, okay? But this has been a lot of conversations around it, and just so exciting the things that are being built currently. Again, we don't announce new features until they're about ready to go. But please, please get your look forward hats on hats.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Looking forward to hats? Could be.
We made it up today. You know, we're very optimistic. So
you're good co-host, Zach.
I'm gonna jump off. I don't want to take anybody's time. Enjoy the show, everyone. Have a great night. Yeah. Thank you again, Chris.
Thank you, Zach, for being here. We're gonna have an extended show today because Aisha, that did cut into your time. However, it's very rare that we have Zach here. We want to make sure that we could talk to the source. There's so many cool features coming. Again, Gift Vault, The way we gift and the programs that we use to construct gifts are being updated. We talked about this at the last Live Fest. We even showed off 3D gifts at Live Fest. If you were at that, we had a lot of side conversations. We talked about future features. So please, if you want to stay up to date, do check out the rundown. Check out Live Fest too when it gets announced, which could or could not. It is going to be announced soon. Okay, on that note, our third guest this evening, if you could please request the box, which she's doing because she's awesome. She's a featured show host. She's a patient person. She's an awesome person. Put your pins down. Get ready because Aisha's in the box. Hello.
If I would have known that I would have to go after Zach, I would have requested to go first.
No, you're
Zach
natural.
is amazing. Hey.
We love Zach.
Yeah,
But we love you
him.
too because you've been
Thank
such
you.
a pillar in the community for so long.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, let's start off with the basics because I've talked about it a couple times that you're the featured show host. So for those who don't know, what's the featured show content that you do each and every week?
Well, Chris, it's not featured yet. It was featured on my old account. I was a top badge on my old account. I had stopped streaming for a couple of years. I had to really focus on myself. So we are back, and we are back with the pins down, which we just had tonight. It's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's lots of fun. We just throw some words at you, and you just do what you want to do, but you just have to use the words that I give you. So we had a good time tonight.
So contestants craft stories and sentences based off of words that you give, and it's a surprise. They don't know what they're going to get.
Correct. Well, you was
Yeah.
on there. Put it on me, okay? It was
Aisha,
so good.
when I do this show, I act like I don't know things so that way everyone else can know.
I'm sorry.
Put it on me. But, yeah, I was on the show. I had a catchphrase that I made up on it, and I only mildly regret it. It's fine.
It was so good.
No, I loved your show because I've done writing my entire life poorly, but I try and I do it and I have fun. And you are also creative. That was the original inspiration for the show, was it not?
That is correct. I love writing. I've been writing since I was a little girl. So I knew somewhere that I would be an author. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I just knew it was in me.
Mm-hmm. What style of writing? And before you answer, I'd like to remind you to hit the favorite button on our third guest, Aisha. She's in the box. She's doing her thing. You don't want to miss any of this conversation. What do you gravitate towards? Fiction, nonfiction, anything in particular?
My story is based off true story events. Because I feel like I want people to get to know me as an author. So I always tell people, don't talk about me, read about me. So my book is just based on my life and things that I've experienced. So yeah.
Well, you're kind of giving us a little spoiler right there because you said something about my book and read about me. So we may as well just get it out there. You are published.
Yes, I am published. This is my book. It's called He Changed My Story. Again, I'm a domestic violence survivor, so I just really wanted to just share my story with people because just, having a lot of stuff just kept inside, sometimes it can make people just really just stress. So I put it in a book and I just let people into my world just a little bit. So I feel like if you don't talk about me, just read about me.
Well, it's right there. And to put what had happened in your life, such the best word I can find here is traumatic. A traumatic experience to go through like that is such a level of vulnerability to just put out to the world and say, here's my story. Did you have any type of feeling in your gut or stomach when you hit that button and pushed your book out to the world?
Oh my gosh, I'm glad you asked that because I wrote my last words of my book on my stream when I was streaming.
Wow.
I wrote it on my book. I shared it with people. It was like such emotional moment. I was crying. I couldn't stop crying because it was just really just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to give you guys a deeper part of me. So it was really good. It's just also because there was a lot of stuff that I kept inside and I know I didn't talk about it until I put it in the book. So I shared it with people on the stream.
Yeah, but again, I mean, when you take all of that into consideration about putting it on stream, but also having the things from off of stream, did you have any feelings or reservation? Like, am I really going to put this out there? Do I really want people to know this? Or were you just ready for it to happen?
No, I did. I really wasn't too sure. I found myself a long time before I even started writing if I really wanted to share the things that I've experienced. But I felt like it wasn't for me, it was for someone else. And I had so many people reach out to me and just thank me for the book because they were able to open up about their testimony and their experiences. So, yes, I did definitely have that part of me.
Yeah. And I also want to commend you and celebrate you on channeling such a negative experience into something so positive. You turned it into something creative and constructive, and that serves as motivation, inspiration for others. So do you feel like that's become part of the content for you as a creator, or is that, yeah, go and speak on that. Am I lagging?
I would say yes, because I feel like people are closer. You're lagging just a little bit, but you're back.
No, that was
You're
like
back.
said like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so
no, you just roll with it. You're professional. We got this.
But no, I felt like it did on my stream because it drew people closer to me, and they were comfortable talking to me about their experiences, and that's why I came up with the RGL, the real genuine love, because I just want my stream to just be about love. Like, that's it, that's all.
Yeah. What form would you put on that love? Do you say that love is coming through friendship, through honesty? How do you recognize it through yourself as a creator and broadcaster?
Definitely through friendship, definitely through honesty. So that's for sure. I met some really, really dope people off of this stream just based off real genuine love. So yes, definitely.
By the way, while we're talking with Aisha, she's in the box. She's our third guest this evening. You want to hit the favorite button because she's got that feature content coming back and you don't want to miss it when it happens. Off of the platform, we know that you were working on your book and that you were staying busy. Is there anything that you're looking forward to? Do you have a next step or a next aspiration now that you're getting ready to take on?
Well, of course, my goal is to get my top badge back, because again, it's not for me, it's for my people. Just coming back on the app, I didn't realize how much love I really had just coming back on here. People have just been pouring nothing but love, representing the RGL, just coming to my stream, favoring me, chilling with me. It's just been so much love since I've been back on the app. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been coming in, supporting me, because it has been nothing but such a real genuine experience. So of course my next goal is to get my top badge back, to get my feature show back, to get my stream back up and running, and let's do it.
This is something good to expand on because you've seen and experienced different sides of it. When you broadcast now and you don't have the top badge and you're currently not featured, what would you say motivates you? Or for those who watch, and I've heard this phrase unfortunately so many times, if I don't get my badge, I'm done. Or if I don't get XYZ, I'm done. What would you say to those that sometimes adopt that mindset? And what can you say from your own personal experience?
I would say don't be done. Keep going. Because at first, when I first started streaming, I'm not gonna lie, I felt that way. I felt like, man, I'm putting in work. And if I don't get my top badge by this date, I'm done. But I never left. Like, my people just kept motivating me. So I'm just in that situation again. It's not, of course we want our top badge. Of course we want, but it's really about the people that support you, the people that really rock with you, the people that come in your stream just to say hello, just a favorite. It's about those people. So of course those things are on my list, but the most important thing is the people that are really just rocking on me, the genuine love. So I would say just keep going, because this app is more than just a top badge. It's really about genuine connections on the app.
I always say something to the effect of a proper top badge would still be a top badge without a badge. And that's really the truth of the matter, is that it is only a visible acknowledgement of the qualities that a person has. We perform and act for the title that we want. You don't get the title and then act and become it. So, you are a running example of that. And I'm so happy to have you back and happy in this community. I'm going to really do a hard pivot here because I am remembering something interesting about you. You did something I could never see myself doing. You conquered getting on a roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
Now, was that a big thing? Was that like a monumental thing in your life? Was that a first time, or am I misinformed and you're a roller coaster lover?
Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So last year, I wasn't able to get on the roller coasters with my daughter. My daughter loves roller coasters, right? So, during my break from the app, I've lost over 60 pounds. So this year, thank you, I was able to get on the roller coasters with her. So we got on all the roller coasters at Six Flags Great America during the summertime, even though I didn't want to, but I felt like I had to because I couldn't do it with her last year. But this year, it was so much fun. We had a good time. So it was just accomplishment to me. It was like a pat on my back, like, okay, you did it.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, was that a motivation for you? I mean, that's a major transformation. Was the being able to do things with your family something that was pushing you towards your goals?
oh yes, because I don't think people know that feeling until they're actually in that situation to try to get on a ride and you can't get on a ride because you can't put your seatbelt on. That is embarrassing, okay? So if that is not motivation for you, then go try to get on a ride, okay? But yeah, that was definitely motivation for me to really focus on myself for my daughter, and so I can have more fun with her, explore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you're 2 for 2 in this conversation of taking something that is negative and channeling it into something that's positive. And again, just like how we're talking with Nate the Great, context is everything. And we are all in our situations for a reason. And now you are in a happier and healthier situation. So for those who are trying to find the motivation, what kept you going, or what did your process look like for your transformation?
Are you talking about weight loss, or are you just talking about?
Let's go with the weight loss, because I think that that's something that we're approaching New Year's scarily. It's almost here. We're approaching New Year's. That's going to be on people's minds. How'd you get past that first 2-3 weeks? How'd you really go the distance?
I mean, it's very hard. I think that's the hardest part is the beginning, because we all think, and not saying I didn't look good with my weight, because I did, but it was not just about looking good. It was just about feeling good on the inside. And I think, when I was streaming, I took a lot away from myself because I just wanted to be here for my people. But deep down inside, I wasn't happy with what, myself, so I had to really focus. And the only way for me to focus is to put everything aside and just basically knock down your goals. So I did a lot of juicing. I did a lot of exercising. I did a lot of self-motivation. So I think for me, again, my biggest motivation is my daughter. I want to live long. I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy for myself. I want to be healthy for people around me. So all of that is just a motivation, and it's all. So yeah.
Yeah. Consistency. You were consistent too.
And that's right. Yes.
That's the big one. I in my own personal experience, the biggest disruptor to my flow, like anytime I'm in my cycle and trying to cut down, is when I let a bad day wreck the whole program. I go, you know what? Yesterday I had cake, and you know what? Today I'm having chicken tendies, and I'm having a little cheesecake. I don't know where I'm eating this at. But anyway, the point is for me personally, you're human. That's part of the process, is to have those things happen. The important part is that you keep going even after the bad day, right? So, Aisha, we got some time here still. And by the way, while we're talking, please hit the favorite button on her. She's in the box. Is there anything else that is going on in your life, or that if we didn't talk about, you feel like is left out?
I would just say, honestly, I've just now that I focus on myself and I accomplish my goal, and not saying that I'm stop accomplishing my goal because I am, but like you said, it's okay to have a cheat day. It's okay to, just don't beat yourself up about it. So now that I came back to the app with just a different mentality, a different body, a different soul, my goal honestly now is, I'm able to focus on my streaming. I'm able to still focus on being a mother. I'm still able to focus on working. So I feel like now I'm just at a place where I'm just more open, like
Mhm.
I'm more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm more, I can be more than I can be in places more than once, basically. Like I felt like
Okay.
before it was just streaming, and now it's just I know how to multitask, basically. I still know how to focus on myself. I still know how to stream. So right now I'm just really focused on just coming back to the app and just being here. The app has changed. So it's definitely different. So but I'm here. I'm here with you
Yeah.
guys.
Sometimes when people speak, I sense a particular glow or a particular energy, happiness about them. I'm not an astrology girly, okay, but I do believe that there's some nonverbal cues, things like that, and I really do sense, especially since back when we first started working on your show, I really do sense a brightness about you, and I'm so excited and happy for you that you are in a better position and now in a better place. It's just such a great story to have, and congratulations to you.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, so before we close this chapter for now and we start thinking about pins down, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we go?
No, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's in the chat supporting me. Thank you for the favorites. I will favorite you guys back. Chris, thank you for having me. This is an amazing show. I just want to say, like, congratulations. I forgot her name. She just got her top badge. Congratulations to you, to Nate, everybody on the show. Congratulations. Thank you.
To Kelly, to Nate, they both did an outstanding job. Each of our guests today, including yourself, has had a different progress and different life story, but ultimately we are all in the same place, wanting the same things, which is to be together and be content with ourselves. And we're all doing it in our own form and fashion. And like I said, I'm just excited for you. Congratulations to you. We look forward to seeing what happens with the revamp of Pins Down. And if you want to stay up to date with Aisha, make sure you're hitting the favorite button. RGL. Real genuine love. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, guys. See you.
Absolutely. Much love. Much love. That was our third guest this evening. That's Aisha. She was going through it for a second there, but she didn't let her situation define her. She took control over it, and we're proud of her for that. So congratulations. Make sure that you check out her book, He Changed Me. I'm assuming it's available. I'll start reading the comments now. I'm assuming it's available on the Amazon. Is that where it's available, Aisha? People maybe can find a link in your bio. I'm staring at the comments here. Maybe, possibly, probably. Yes, she says yes. You can find it on the Amazon. Jeff Bezos has got her number. It's called He Changed Me. It's a story about perseverance and not letting adversity and challenge keep you where you're at. So be sure to check that out, okay? My name is Chris. This is a show called Suited Up. It happens every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a couple life updates to discuss before I say goodbye for now and get on to the rundown, which is Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're from this platform, if you're from Tagged, we do it at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But a couple life updates and things that have happened. Number one, you may notice, except for today, I'm not as active on my normal Chris Casper Instagram. Through one of my buddies, I'll name drop him, Blake Premier. I started adopting some of his best practices that he has for social media, just distancing yourself from electronic devices, things like that. My quality of life is just so much better. And that's probably not good for me to say as someone who helps keep this network together. But when you're not live streaming, and you're not basically when you're present with other people. So I'll say that when you're present with other people in real life, don't forsake the time that you have with them. So I've found myself to just be much more present with the people that I'm with. And so that means that I've been much less active on just socials in general. And I have my circles and I have my people that I'm close with, and I'm really happy. Number 2, I have been posting every day to my Casper Collects. So a personal project that I've had on my own time is I've been taking up video editing, and you can expect to see some video edits and things like that for the platform. We gave it a test run. I was asked to do a get ready with me, which we posted to the official Meet Me Instagram page. If you haven't seen it, I give you an inside look as to everything that happens when I get ready for the rundown every Friday. So check it out. It's on the official Instagram page. I'm working on informative videos, things that go over tips and tricks, as well as stuff associated to the featured show program, best practices, other stuff like that. Obviously, the rundown Get Ready With Me video was meant to be a lot of jokes, but there's a lot of great content and knowledge that we have to offer on the back end. I'm really happy and excited and feel grateful that I can be a vehicle to deliver some of that information. So please go and check that out. I've also been posting every day to my Casper Collects. So if you don't know, I'm a major cardboard collector. I love Pokemon. I love Magic the Gathering. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I like MetaZoo. I even dabble sometimes at looking at sports cards. And the best part is I don't know anything about sports, and that's what makes it funny. So if you'd like to see a daily video, make sure you check out my Casper Collects page. Last thing that I'll update about in personal life is Cause for Conflict has been going through a lot of updates and changes. Cause for Conflict is the band that I'm in. A couple weeks ago, we shot a music video. We had over 17 people on set for it. We had a whole cast of actors and actresses, and it was so far above and beyond what we expected. This next wave of music that we have coming out is just, I can't begin to express how excited I am for it. If you haven't heard any of our music so far, you can check us out, Cause for Conflict, on whatever your favorite streaming platform is, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Pandora, YouTube Music. You can check out our music videos on YouTube. This next phase of music is much more personal. It's much more tied to who we are as individuals because we had a lot more time to work on it. And the recording process was very different. And then this music video, we put a lot of time into planning. And I think that when you do see it, because I'm going to hope and just believe that you see it, I think you will be genuinely surprised by what you see.